Hi, for today I'm just going to be completing my custom Battleblock theater level, so without further ado, let's get into this. So this is my favorite level. This game was the easiest to set up and playtest my custom level. I was also able to recognize my original design and include lots of various mechanics and features into a single experience. And most of all, it's been a long time since I've played a proper 2D platformer, so I'm grateful to have the opportunity to experience a game like this again. And with that being said, let's go ahead and play. Okay, so this level is divided into 4 sections. We're in section 1, and here we're supposed to be descending through a building and making our way out onto the ground floor. And this section includes mini areas which are defined by puzzles and obstacle courses. So the first one you see right now is themed around laser beams, and we got to use these blocks to, help protect ourselves against the beams. And also, as you can see here, I'm using 2 of these blocks to help get the strawberry right there. And now, with these blocks, I carry them with me, so I'm protected by the other beams down here. Oops, sorry, I messed that up. Oh, yeah. So I gotta bring these blocks with me, back and forth. And here we go. Now here's just like a little breather section. I guess it's more of a timing based. So you gotta make sure you jump and you crouch so you avoid both the spikes and the saws. And right here we have a mini section. We have this like little strawberry runner guy. And we gotta fight him in order to get the coins. So let me just... So... Yeah, so right there I just killed all the enemies to get the coin and moving back onto the main course. And this section right here is more based on timing, so here you gotta use your mid-air jump to avoid the spikes and descend your way to the bottom. The same for this one, you just gotta wait for the animal to come so you don't get blown into the spikes above. Alright, and that concludes section 1. So section 2 is a place where you gotta cross a river under the bridge, and you gotta use boats to traverse the water. So in order to get those boats, we gotta complete these 2 other bullet hell sections. So let me just show you right here. So here, the cannons are firing at you, but you have the fans to help, move around a bit, float around the projectiles. There we go. If you're lucky, you can like float in between the projectiles and safely bypass that first line of defense. Here we unlock the cannon. Here we unlock the ship. Sorry. It's another checkpoint and the coin. Now this section is a little bit more tricky because there's like more. Yeah, as I said, there's like several ways you can die, and these cloud blocks are supposed to make it a little more challenging too when it comes to dodging. There we go. And here we go up. We take this jet platform up to the bridge itself. And that little section, that little section right there, you gotta figure out based on timing and wait for the top block to disappear before trying to make the jump. And now we're on section 3, which is the bridge, which is supposed to take place on a bridge and it's up in the sky itself. This section actually has enemies, so you're gonna have a much harder time when it comes to dodging attacks and projectiles. So here, I bring this block with me that I need to activate the bridge. Now, if I want to, I can also come and get that strawberry right there, but it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, so the enemies I included, they're the ones that launch missiles. So and those projectiles home in on you, so you're gonna have a hard time dodging. And I'm not gonna give up until I get this coin. There we go. Now, with the block, I activated the bridge, so I can just safely cross. And here's part 2 of section 3. And here, we gotta use the clouds to platform across the sky. So here's like a little fan gauntlet. You know, you just gotta wait for the timing. Oof, careful there. And yeah, sometimes the missiles can actually go through the clouds and hit you as well, so you just gotta be careful and use the solid blocks to block them if they home in on you. And here we're in section 4, the last and final part of the level. It functions similarly to section 1, where you gotta descend through a building and make your way to the exit. But here there's less puzzles, but they're also more in depth in comparison. So for this 2 sections, we gotta use the environment to bypass or kill the enemies. So for now, I'm just gonna wait for the saw to come closer, turn on the blocks, and nada. He's dead. This guy, I gotta open the door for him, make my way back across the chasm, and yeah, trap him in the water beneath. Now thankfully, since I have the checkpoint there, it's not too that big of a deal to go back. And we take this portal to the final area. Right, so this mini area is essentially a intense wall jump obstacle course, and you know, we got the spikes, we got the lasers, and like before, we even have this hidden area where you can go get that piece of pie. Now this is like the last collectible in the level period, so you don't have to get it if you want, but I'm a completionist, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, well. Okay. Yeah, just... Ooh, that was close. Now we can continue on and make our way to the exit above. Oh, damn. Yeah, so I guess this is also meant to be the hardest portion of the level. And, you know, I mean, it makes sense because there's like the last bit before the final area, so... Yeah, just excuse me for dying like 5 times. And there we go. Level complete. So when it came to making this level, some of the more difficult parts was checking to see how elements and mechanics would affect each other and the player. So I had to go a bit and do a good amount of testing to see, you know, answer all the questions I asked myself, you know. Would this work if it was placed here, or what's the range on this certain, what's the range of these projectiles, etc. Furthermore, when it came to maximizing the space, I had to redesign some puzzles and incorporate elements that could fulfill multiple roles at once. Lastly, some blocks simply wouldn't work the way that I thought they would, and you know. That was before I even added them into the level itself. So I did have to go and tweak some puzzles and areas to account for these new lessons. But other than that, yeah, I really enjoyed making this Battleblock Theater level. If you happen to find this on Steam and download it and play it, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. And that's all from me. So thank you.